page 57. After 4 years in AA, I was able to discover the freedom from the burden of buried emotions that had caused me so much pain. With the help of AA and extra counseling, the pain was released and I felt a complete sense of belonging and peace. I also felt a joy and love of God that I had never experienced before. I am in awe of the power of step 5. Scar, would you like to take over next for May 12th, please? Oh, I think I have to unmute you. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Where's Scar? Can you unmute Scar or no? No, I guess not. Okay, well, how about we start with Jeff in South Beach?
Jeff, alcoholic, South Florida, South Beach, May 12th, on page 141 of the Daily Reflections, entitled The Past is Over. A experience has taught us we cannot live alone with our pressing problems and the character defects which cause us to aggravate them. If step 4 has revealed in stark relief those experiences we'd rather not remember, then we need to quit living by ourselves with those tormenting ghosts of yesterday as they get urgent. Then the need to quit, if step 4 has revealed in stark relief those experiences we'd rather not remember, then the need to quit living by ourselves with those tormenting ghosts of yesterday gets more urgent than ever. We have to talk to someone about them. That's from 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 55. Whatever is done is over. It cannot be changed. But my attitude about it can be changed through talking with those who have gone before and with sponsors. I can wish the past never was, but if I change my actions in regard to what I have done, my attitude will change. I won't have to wish the past away. I can change my feelings and attitudes, but only through my actions and the help of my fellow alcoholics. Thank you for letting me read that.
Thank you, Jeff. All right, Scar, I think we're good now.
Yes. Scar alcoholic. Thank you. May 13th. The easier, softer way. If we skip this vital step, we may not overcome drinking. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 72. I certainly didn't leap at the opportunity to face who I was, especially when the pains of my drinking days hung over me like a dark cloud. But I soon heard at the meetings about the fellow member who just didn't want to take step 5 and kept coming back to meetings, trembling from the horrors of reliving his past. The easier, softer way is to take these steps to freedom from our fatal disease and to put our faith in the fellowship of our higher power.
Thank you, Scar.
Thank you.
Thank you for hanging in, everybody, because it was kind of a last-minute switch up here. Okay, how about Rosa? Do you want to read May 14th, please? Let me unmute you. There you go.
Yes, thank you, Rosa, alcoholic. May 14th, titled It's Okay to Be Me. Time after time, newcomers have tried to keep to themselves certain facts about their lives. They have turned to easier methods, but they had not learned enough humility. Alcoholics Anonymous, pages 72 to 73. Humility sounds so much like humiliation, but it really is the ability to look at myself and honestly accept what I find. I no longer need to be the smartest or dumbest or any other EST. I'm not sure what that is. Finally, it is okay to be me. It is easier for me to accept myself if I share my whole life. If I cannot share in meetings, then I had better have a sponsor, someone with whom I can share those certain facts that could lead me back to a drunk, to death. I need to take all the steps. I need the 5th step to learn true humility. Easier methods do not work. Thank you for letting me read.
Thank you so much. JT, did we hear from you yet? Can you read May 15th?
Yes, sorry, I was already on mute. All right, unmuted. May 15th. JT Alcoholic. It is plain that a life which includes deep resentment leads only to futility and unhappiness. But with the alcoholic, whose hope is the maintenance and growth of a spiritual experience, this business of resentment is infinitely grave. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 66. This is interesting. No God, no peace, with the Kano, and no God, no peace. Very clever.
Thank you, JT.
But
Okay, and then I'll just read the last one here, May 16th. We forgive. Often it is while working on this step with our sponsors, our spiritual advisors, that we first felt truly able to forgive others, no matter how deeply we felt they had wronged us. Our moral inventory had persuaded us that all-round forgiveness was desirable, but it was only when we resolutely tackled step 5 that we inwardly knew we'd be able to receive forgiveness and give it too. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 58. What a great feeling forgiveness is. What a revelation about my emotional, psychological, and spiritual nature. All it takes is willingness to forgive. God will do the rest. Thank you for everyone for reading. I'm just going to go around and see what steps everyone's working on. And then hopefully Jann will return at that point. So I see, okay, Scar, are you still on 8 and 9?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Amber in Michigan, are you new to this meeting? Oh, I have to unmute you, sorry. There you go.
Yeah, very new.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. Jason in Colorado, are you new to this meeting also?
Yes, this is the first meeting I've ever been to.
Welcome. Great to see you here. Okay.
Thank you.
Then we have Ashley H, 1 year. Is this your first time to the meeting? You have to unmute, dear. Okay. Sheila, New York, you're new to the meeting. We have Jason step 12ing it. Rosa, step 8 and 9. And then Tammy, with 46 days, you're new to this meeting.
Yes, first time here.
Well, great to see you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, hang in there, guys. I am going to message Jann really quick. If you guys can hang on one moment, I'm sorry. All right, so you know what I'm going to do until I hear from Jann is I'm just going to have us read from the big book. And I was going to have us do Bill's story. I don't know if anybody or everybody has read that, but it was very powerful to me. And then we'll just kind of read through that until he gets back. So if everyone, if y'all have a big book, please turn to page 1 in the big book. And if you don't, on the Everything AA app, you can also follow along. I'm gonna unmute everybody unless you're noisy background or something, then you could just mute yourselves, okay? So,
Okay.
all right. Did everybody get a chance to unmute?
Mhm.
Oh,
I think, yeah.
Okay. So Sarah, what did you guys read Daily Reflections?
We did.
Mhm.
I
Oops.
didn't, I
Let's see,
wasn't
my
sure what,
audio is dead.
I wasn't sure what
There
you
it
wanted
is.
us.
Okay, oops.
Hmm.
Oops, wait a second here. Sorry. Da-da-da-da. I killed my audio. Can't believe it. Okay, there. Hey, Sarah, did you read Daily Reflections?
We did.
Oh, good. Okay. So now are you asking me what? Oh, here, you guys can turn your cameras on.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You don't know how to do that? Start video? There you
No, I
go.
couldn't as a co-host.
Oh, it's in the, yeah, it's down there it should be down there in the host tools for you. You can turn all that stuff on. You guys turn your video on. Sorry, I had something that I was dealing with today. So you read Daily Reflections. That's exciting. And now, let's see, who do we have here? Hey, Rich from Chicago, how are you? JT, how's it going? Yeah. And does it allow you to unmute or did you unmute everybody?
I unmuted everybody right before you came back because I had to individually ask them.
Isn't that very exciting? Tammy 46, Jason, Amber. So what we could do is open room one. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, do you have a nice Mother's Day?
Thank you. Yes. Sure did. Yeah. Check. Yeah.
Oops,
Check on
that's the
those that are
wrong
still
day.
alive. Yep.
And
Hmm.
JT, how about you in Luxembourg? Do
uh,
Germans celebrate Mother's Day or no?
Mother's Day's in June, Father's Day's in September, but I did call my mom back in Florida.
Oh,
So-
wow, that's pretty exciting, huh? Yeah. So we have, let's see, 23 days, 46 days. So let's do this, Jeff. I'm going to open, let me see here. What do we do for, this will be very exciting. Okay, so we're going to open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, create, oops. Okay, open the rooms. So how did all these people get into these rooms? How did that happen? Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, close the rooms. Sorry about that. Everybody started jumping in the rooms.
Mhm.
I
Hi,
apologize.
Jamie.
That's kind of a mess here. So we're going to close all the breakout rooms here. I was going to open up the sober up room for Jeff, and they're all going to close here in a second. So let's do this. I was going to do them one more time. So these rooms. Oh, forget about the breakout rooms. They're all a mess. So let's go over to Jeff. Jeff, if you would you do your usual and treat the whole room as a sober up room? And just go ahead, just run the room as though you would a sober up room.
Okay. My name is Jeff. I'm an alcoholic. For the purposes of here, Jan, should I start by reading how it works? So we get that. So we give everybody the overview.
I think he wants you to do it just how you would do it. I'm
Oh,
not-
okay. My name's Jeff. I'm an alcoholic, and we're all here. We're all sober today, and what about this meeting? Why are you here? Well, you're here because you want to get sober and you want to have your lives. You want to have a life free from alcohol, and that will happen to you, and very quickly. How? Because this meeting is based on the work that we do here with each other with the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, which came into being from the period from 1932 to 1939. When the founders gathered some people close to them and they all worked together, they formulated steps that we're working with today, and they got sober. The sobriety success rate was about 85 to 100 back then percent. And most of the people just stayed sober for the rest of their lives, 100% of their lives, until they're dying breath. And the reason for that is working these steps, because these steps teach us how to live a life without alcohol. It creates a psychic change in the brain where we don't crave alcohol. We don't have both either the craving or the fixation with it. Struggling for a word here. So if you want to save your life, get sober and have alcohol out of your life and have a whole new set of operating principles and a whole new psychic change. If you think this meeting is for you, please come with us for 5 days and see how you like it. And if you like it, after that, we'll put you to work. We sponsor each other in here. We sponsor you. This is like a one-stop shop. It's a university. It's a bullet train through the steps. And the steps are steps 1 through 12, which we work in their entirety and in their correct sequence. And this is something I have yet to see this being done any other meetings. But this is the way AA worked when it was founded, and this works. Step 1 says we were admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. My name's Jeff. I'm an alcoholic, and I say that to myself every day. Why do I say this after 39 years? Because they say that to keep our sobriety, the kind of sobriety you're going to get here, you really should be able to give it away. Not that everybody has to keep coming here once you have this psychic change, or once your alcohol is out of your life, but it's suggested, and I buy into that because I never want to drink again. It's suggested that we give it away to keep it, as we say, what's been given to us by these steps in this program. So that's why I'm here, and working with you, it keeps me sober. It helps to keep me understand my disease more and give it away correctly, and I just love it. This is the only step that we must do perfectly. And this is the first step, and we must perfectly admit that we're powerless over alcohol and that our lives have become unmanageable. Say that to yourselves as many times during the day from this moment forward as you need to, because that's the case with all of us. I can't pick up a drink today and have any more power than I had on it when 39 years ago I was blessed to become sober in Alcoholics Anonymous. So again, always keep that one in mind. And anytime we share here in this room, the people that are just coming in, feel free to introduce yourself, please, as an alcoholic, and feel free to say the first step, and we'll say it with you. Okay, so that gives us a little bit about an overview of the meeting. Glad you're here. Let's see. Let me see. Jason, do you want to fill in on, or Sarah fill in on something I might have forgotten, and tell them about how we like to have them talk about their last drunk? Why don't you explain that to them?
Well, welcome y'all to the Sober Up Room. Even if you've had some time with us, it's always nice to go through this again. Basically, I'm here 129 days sober, 129 days in this meeting. I have had stints of dry drunkenness, white knuckling. I have had jail time. I've had broken bones. I've had accidents. I've had lost my children, hospital stays, blood transfusions, seizures from withdrawal. And this year on January 2nd, I was having a discussion with my daughter about Christmas and asking her if she had gotten everything she wanted. And she said no. And I said, well, what did you want? And she said, I wanted a mom that's not an alcoholic. So that night I was up and I had conversation with my God. And I asked him to just, this time I didn't say, just help me to quit. Just let me quit. I said, God, help me find the resources this time that will work for me and give me the strong desire to get well. And I found this meeting. I went to like 5 meetings that day. I found this meeting. I went every single day. I did the steps. And it is absolutely 100% true that in the promises, it states that when you're halfway through, you'll be amazed. When you're halfway through the steps, you'll be amazed. There is a change in the mind frame, and the compulsion to drink will lift. In the past, when I didn't do the steps, all I thought about every day was drinking. And that is not a good way to live either. Yes, I wasn't killing myself physically, but mentally and emotionally, my life revolved around this compulsion, and everything triggered me. And now that I've learned these steps and I've applied them and I live them, I have this different way of thinking where, will I always be an alcoholic? Yes. Am I cured? No. However, I know what I need to do to stay sober. And if I continue to do things that I've been doing for 129 days, I can have the hope that I can stay sober. And relapse, they say, is part of recovery, but doesn't have to be. Nobody has to go through detox ever again. I don't have to stick my finger down my throat to get everything out so I can put booze in my belly again. I don't have to wake up in the morning so hungover and not knowing what the hell I text somebody the night before, and then do damage control on Facebook and have to have a conversation with my husband because I don't remember what I said and he's pissed off at me now. And I don't have to do that ever again. So is life hard on life terms? Yes. But it's a lot easier when my physical body, mental body, and spiritual self is not decaying and rotting. So that's kind of my story. JT, did you want to pipe in? You've been here a little bit and kind of tell people your experience with the meeting. I don't know. I probably have to unmute you. So you're unmuted. Nope, you're not. Okay.
Hi, JT Alcoholic. Thanks, Sarah and Jeff, for your really good, I don't know, witnesses or testimony. So I've been coming here for it's 295 days now. I don't come every day because I'm in Europe and it's midnight here. So I come a couple times a week, as much as I can. Anyhow, for me, yeah, I mean, I just hear, like, I see Jeff and Sharon, I see all these people, everybody here. Like, are you really alcoholic? Because everybody looks healthy and normal here. And but then you hear people talk, and yeah, I mean, I had alcohol, and white powder was my drug of choice. I went into complete, total psychotic breaks from reality, blew thousands and thousands and thousands of euros, put my life in extreme jeopardy. I mean, it's I guess divine intervention or luck. I'll call it divine intervention. I'm still alive today. I had really, really close calls. And like Sarah said, I don't have to go through detox again, but I tell you what I should not take for granted, I don't think anybody here does, is if I go back out, is there a guarantee I'm going to come back in? I've been really lucky in the past, or blessed, and I've dodged many bullets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't want to, where I was my last day drunk and on drugs, I don't want to go back there, and I don't know if it's going to get worse. I would love to be able to say, oh, I think I'll just, I know I'll be sober Monday through Friday and then drink on Saturday and Sunday. That's called controlled drinking. And it says in the big book to go give that a chance. I would strongly not recommend it. So what does the alcoholic or addict, mean to me? Well, I think it's just one word or two words: no control. As soon as I start drinking, I cannot control my actions. I can't control how much I drink. I can't control what stupid, insane nonsense comes out of my mouth, what crazy, insane behavior, I think it's a really good idea to engage in. So, but I can also testify that this meeting, unlike any meeting in the world, we do the steps every day as a group. Everybody's working on steps every meeting. And I don't have cravings or desire to drink or miserable. I'm doing the steps every day. I do have for me, it's quite an amazing spiritual condition. I had an argument and a fight with my girlfriend today. Just over like a small amount of money. And I apologized afterwards, making the 10th step amend. But normally when I do my nightly review, I look back and I've pretty much drama-free days, and I don't live in a state of fear. So this program, I've been in and out of AA since the late 90s. And I can tell you this class, this workshop, it's one of a kind. And it's my home group and I love it. And I hope you guys stay. Thanks.
Thank you, JT.
Thank you, JT. Jason in New York, would you kind of like to share? I'll unmute you. Excuse me. And everyone knew this is not normally how the meeting runs. Our chairperson never normally has to step out. This is rare, so it seemed a little chaotic at the beginning, but normally it's a lot more structured. But
Yes.
Jason, I'm going to hand it off to you in New York.
Yes. Hi, Jason, alcoholic. I have 82 days today. And if you're doing the math, that means the last time I was drunk was on President's Day, which was exactly 83 days ago. And at that point, you're talking about years of drinking had gotten me into a very dark emotional place, depression. And after spending the day, President's Day, keeping myself what I felt was controlled drinking, sticking to beer as opposed to hard alcohol, although I managed to find some hard alcohol as well. The next day, I just had a moment where I'm just looking back at the day yesterday, and I'm supposed to be spending the day watching the kids, being a responsible adult, and I'm just spending the day figuring out the best way to keep my drunk at a level where I think it's responsible. And I realized that my way of thinking, and for a long time, I admitted to myself that I'm an alcoholic, but I'm trying to fix myself on my own terms. And for the first time, I was willing to say, I give up. I'm powerless. I'm not going to ever figure this out on my own. So that's what got me into my first meeting. And first meeting on, I heard something from somebody else sharing that helped me relate and helped me come back to another meeting. And in the beginning, the first couple of days, I was probably going to 2-3 meetings a day. And most of those meetings were either sharing type meetings or speaker type meetings. And they were good inspirational and a lot of good information that I was getting there. But the one thing I wasn't getting there was the steps. And that was about 10 days in to my sobriety, and I found this meeting. And over here, I started realizing the steps is the heart of the AA program. And you go around, not everybody, because they have a lot of time, does it necessarily translate to having worked through the steps. And that's something you can miss. You can get caught up in the other types of meetings that are going on and not work the steps at all. You'll just come across little tidbits. And coming here, it got me focused on working the steps. And everybody here works through the steps at their own pace. Took me approximately 2 months to work through it. And we break out into smaller rooms here, which is very helpful. It doesn't feel like you're working in front of a crowd. And we're working the same books that constantly deal with the steps and help us gain more knowledge a little bit at a time. So coming here and for the past 2 months, looking back now, there's more hope in my life. There's more optimism and there's a future that I see, which before I came in here, I felt like I'm just running out the clock. Life had gotten so unbearable that I just didn't know of any other options. So when I came in here, I had an open mind. I was willing to give this meeting a try and work the steps, and they've been working for me. They've started to change me. It doesn't just happen overnight, but keep on coming back to this meeting. I'm seeing progress, and that's what keeps me coming here. So with that, I will pass. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Jason. Excuse me. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna have the people that are new here, if you wouldn't mind saying your name, that you're an alcoholic, and kind of maybe your last drunk, who you were with, what you drank, how much you drank, and what the consequences were. And I'm gonna start with Jason in Colorado, and I'm gonna unmute you. Uh, there you go.
Okay. Yeah. My name is Jason, and I'm an alcoholic. I have been since an early teenager. I've I've kind of gone through almost stages and seasons in my life of where I'm able to stop, but it's always like my own, I try to do it all by myself. And and I'll go through good spells of where I don't drink, but it always seems to happen, I always seem to come back to it. Sometimes it's months, sometimes it may be years. I had been sober for about 4 years, and in the last 6 months, I've drank probably half a dozen times. And the last was 3 days ago. I've always been a beer drinker. In the last 6 months, a couple times I bought a 6-pack and that was it. And I told myself, I said, see, you can control it. But 3 days ago, I drank probably 18 beers. And I've just created problems within my marriage, different relationships. I've had DUIs, I've done jail time. I don't know why I've been blessed to not have had things wrecked even worse than they have been. I've been very fortunate and very blessed, but I'm at the point of where I'm at the age, and I've just gone through this off and on throughout my life. It's like I'm ready to be done. So
Well, you are in the right place, and I'll tell you what. The gift of this program and this class and the steps is not just the sobriety piece. It's the principles that we learn how to live our lives. And it's like a mental health program, I feel. And I feel more like myself than I have since I was 20 years old. So the steps, everyone's like the steps, and it was like annoying when I first came in. But I understand. I understand now. And it's like, why are we excited? Are we getting paid? Are we getting a t-shirt at the end of the day? No. We're sharing because we're excited, because we want to share what we have so we stay sober and we can help others get healthy. And that's the program. And you learn to be less selfish in the program. And it's true. It's not even like you have to try hard. You end up smiling at strangers and opening the door for people, helping them with food, whatever they need, because you're not stuck in your mind like, how much liquor's in the freezer today? Is it going to be a good day? Do I have enough for the day? Okay, I can't drink too much before I get in the car and go get more. Um, so yeah, I can totally relate. You're in the right place. If you can come for 5 days, we highly encourage that. And then we start you on step 1, and we don't leave you hanging. We walk you through it. Rich from Chicago, would you like to share kind of like where your last drunk was? Oh, let me unmute you. Sorry. There you go, Rich.
Hi, my name is Rich. I'm an alcoholic. I have been hanging around this meeting for a pretty long time now, actually. I have not been present for a long while because I started working at my teaching job nights, and I can't be here on a regular basis. And I really miss that because I love being here. I consider it my home group and everything. Um, Unfortunately, before I had my last drunk, things did not fully click in my head. I was hoping that it would. It was starting to do it, but I kept convincing myself that it was okay now. Well, the last time I convinced myself it was okay, I really didn't even try to convince myself it was okay or not. Only thing I remember is that my uncle, who lives with me and happens to love his wine, which is pretty much the only thing I ever drink really, is he was planning on having a Christmas / New Year's party. This is back in December. And I wound up drinking all of his champagne, a bunch of his wine, and went and got some more liquor. I was supposed to be on a road trip to see my family in DC, and I had to bail on that because I was too drunk to do anything. Supposed to see my girlfriend at the same time, and I wound up being a no-show, and she wondered what the heck happened to me, and then she dumped me. I lost all kinds of credibility, not so much with my uncle because I didn't really, he and I have our issues, but main thing that really happened to me, and in all honesty, I was not ridiculously wasted the way I've been in the past, but this something happened in my head, and I realized I cannot do this on my own. I need help, and by the grace of God, my higher power, I had an opportunity to go to Haymarket for rehab. I was in there for a little over 30 days, something like 45 days. First I had to dry out, so to speak, and then I was there for 30 days, and I came out, and that was December 30th when I went in there, and I haven't had a drink since. I've had little moments where I've felt the need, well, I felt like I wanted to drink, and then it got squashed. And the key thing, it's been a sea change from where I was before. I mean, beforehand, there's so many times when I didn't even realize I was basically hanging on by my fingernails. I really just didn't. And this time it was just something just completely changed on me. And I'm really eager to jump back in here and work with you guys. Unfortunately, I can't do it because during the time when the meeting is going on, I have my own job I had to get to. I really hate that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that a job will end in regards to that, but in the meantime, I will be very, very grateful for the last 5 months that I've had. So, thank you.
It's good to see you, Rich. Sheila in New York. I know you're working on day one. Did you want to share? I'm going to unmute you. Hold on. Not as quick as Jan. Okay.
No, I'd just like to listen.
Okay.
I have a question. I know they're all on different paths, but when do we start the steps?
If you can come for 5 days, we will, excuse me, we will start you on step 1.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that goes for everybody. If you can come for 5 days, we will get you started on step 1. We sponsor you here. Also want to remind you, if you're detoxing, whether you're 1 day, 5 days, and you're having any kind of symptoms of withdrawal, sweatiness, fast heartbeat, high blood pressure, please call your doctor, call 911, go to the ER. They have to see you, because I had seizures and could have died. And so I have scars all over myself from that. So I always encourage people, don't try to do it the hard way. Do it the right way. And then once you're all cleaned out, then, we can get you guys started on the steps. Let's see, who haven't we talked to? Amber in Michigan. I'm going to unmute you. Can you talk to us about your last drunk, where you were, what happened, who you were with, how much you drank, kind of thing?
Hi, I'm Amber, reluctantly saying an alcoholic. I got in trouble. I was at a bar and I left. I broke my rules. I drove when I shouldn't have, and I got pulled over and went to jail. And because of that, I lost my job, and I love my kids more than anything. And the fact that just having that whole jail thing over my head really bothered me. I didn't want my kids to ever experience that kind of stuff. And so I'm just wanting to fix things, I guess.
Well, you're in the right place, and I can totally relate to that. Um, like I said, if you come for 5 days, we're here Monday to Sunday, same time. It's 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. All right, so let's see, who else haven't I heard from yet? Tammy with 46 days. Let me unmute you. Do you want to share about your last drunk? Who you're with, what you drank, what happened?
Yeah, Tammy, I'm an alcoholic. So I'd been sober for a while. I came into the program several years ago. I relapsed back in 2020. The last time I drank was in February of this year. I also struggled with some other substances. And so I've been completely free of everything since March the 24th. It has taken me all of the time to start feeling okay physically. Withdrawals were worse this time. Just everything was worse. I did most of my drinking and using alone at home. So I've kind of neglected my family and
Well, listen, you don't have to, you don't have to do that again. You don't have to do detox again. You don't have to withdraw ever again. And not to be a downer, but it does get worse. It seems every time you go out, it gets worse. And in my experience, it was like, okay, well, I haven't drank in such and such amount of time, so I'm going to do lethal amounts. I see you have your hand up. Can you unmute Jason, or do you want me to unmute you? I'll unmute you. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, sorry to kind of ask this randomly, but I just want to make sure, do we do this exact same Zoom link every day at the exact same time?
Yes, sir. Mhm.
Okay, I just wanted to verify. Thank you.
Yep. Newcomers Slipper Step Workshop. We also have a YouTube channel of the same name. If you're not able to get to a meeting, or if you need a meeting, we even have them broken up like by steps. So, like if you're working on a step, you need a meeting, you can go on there, and they're pretty cool.
Okay.
Can we put a link to that?
Does anyone have the link they can put in there?
I can send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me and then I'll post it in chat. All right, so
How long are you sober?
who?
Oh, sorry, that was me. It was
Oh.
the recording. Sorry.
Okay, lastly, I think we heard from everyone except for Rosa and Scar. Did you guys want to share? We have a few minutes left before we wrap up. I'll unmute both of you. Scar, let's see, where are you? I'll have you go first. You're okay. You're unmuted, dear. And then Rosa, I'll unmute you.
Hi, Scar Alcoholic. Thank you. My last drunk was Good Friday. I went out with the idea that I was going to have 1 or 2 drinks with a friend, be home early, and par for the course. That did not happen. I ended up drinking an excessive amount, came home way late in the evening, probably the next day. I didn't drink as much as I usually do, but my behavior was just outrageous. It was worse than it usually was. And the next day, I did not feel very well, not sick, but my body does not recover from alcohol like it used to. And that was really, like, I think my last warning that if I continue to do this, I will die, that alcohol is going to kill me one way or the other, whether physically or I end up doing it mentally. And then again, the damage control and, what did I say? Don't remember anything. And just the shame and guilt of feeling like a terrible person. And then 2 days later, one Easter Sunday, I found this meeting and I've been coming ever since. Thank you for letting me share.
And I'm Rosa. I'm an
Okay,
alcoholic.
I'm muted. Sorry. Okay. Thank you so much, Scar.
Mhm.
And then Rosa.
Yep.
Did you want
So
to
I'm
share
Rosa. I'm an
where you're
alcoholic.
at with this meeting? Your last drunk, I guess.
Yep, sure. So Rosa, alcoholic. I drank wine at home alone, and it was just a typical drunk for me. I drink to.
I can't hear her. Can anybody else hear her?
I can hear.
Okay. I can
Okay.
turn. So just a typical get drunk, relax, and pretty much forget about any of my responsibilities during the day. And I usually just drink an entire bottle, black out, go home, wake up the next day, or sorry, go to sleep, wake up the next day. Just realizing that, wanting more for myself, realizing that after attending this meeting and other meetings, that eventually, like Scar said, this was just going to be the way that I die. I'm just going to drink myself to death and wanting something different, something more. And I had shopped a few online meetings, and until I found this one, I was able to hide in the background and not interact with other alcoholics. And this meeting, the dynamic that you guys create in this room and in the rooms that we go to when we're on steps, just helps to identify better my role in my drinking and how to every day admit I'm an alcoholic and stay true to the method of sobriety that AA offers. So I thank all you guys in this room for your service and your the time that you take to spend with us. So thank you very much, and thank you for letting me share.
Thank you. Okay. So Jeff or JT, do you have the email for meeting verification that you could post in chat? Jeff, do you have that? You're muted. Let me unmute you. Okay.
Jeff, alcoholic fluoride. No, I don't. I usually just see it when it comes up on the upper right hand, or on the right hand side.
Jason, do you have it? In New York?
I don't have it.
Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Whoever was asking me for meeting verification, if you can come tomorrow, he'll be here, the host. So this was kind of like thrown at me last minute. So I'm sorry, it's been kind of crazy. But thank you guys for hanging in there with me. We're going to go ahead and close the meeting.
Okay.
We're going to
Sarah, just let me add, you did a great job. Thank you, everybody. Listen to what Sarah said, and it's just, you did a wonderful job. I'm just here mesmerized by it. And what the lady said, Rosa was talking about. Gee, we interact here. It seems like yes, we do, and that's a good observation. We interact because we're joined together by the steps. We're all on the same page, and we're all intricately working, and we're all on the fast train, as our host would say. So thank you, Sarah, so much. Yeah.
Yeah, so please come back. 5 days, we'll start you on the steps. And if you look at Scar and Rosa, they have 22, 23 days, and they're already working 8 and 9. So it is possible. So let's take a moment, please, if we can take a moment for the people still struggling with alcohol. And if you'll join me in the we version of the Serenity Prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and wisdom to know the difference.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming and hanging in there with me. Please come back. It'll be less chaotic tomorrow.
Yeah, great job, Sarah.
Yeah, great job. Thank you. Oh, yes.
It was a little chaotic, but you did a great job filling in. We're missing documents and stuff and things to post. I can tell you though, I felt this was a powerful meeting. I gotta
Very
like
powerful.
feel it. I
Very
can feel it
Thank
in
you.
my inside.
Thank
It
you.
was, we got deep here and we went deep.
Yes, we did. And for the people that have come in back and they went out once, when you go out if you go out for an hour, there's no guarantee you're going to make it back. I'm not brilliant. I just had 3 grisly deaths, or 3 or 4. I can remember. Right? You guys probably could correct me. 3 grisly deaths that I witnessed. So people went out just one day, or didn't even whatever, one day, it didn't matter. Things, it disease kills. Thank you for letting me share that. Yeah.
I could say the same thing. A long time ago, I was going to a series of meetings. I was trying to get myself into doing meetings on a routine basis and everything. And there was a newcomers group. Ran into this kid who was half my age, like 20, and he was sober then. He had been in and out of rehab. Found out a week later he had picked up alcohol and cocaine and jumped off the top floor of a hospital parking deck.
Wow. There you go. I hope everybody heard that.
It's yeah, this disease kills.
Mm-hmm.
I got a million friends that are dead.
Yeah, I've mentioned before I had a friend die at 40 from liver failure, and it
Yes.
was the most painful,
Oh man.
horrible.
Mm-hmm.
She's 40 years old and only drank wine.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't
And
even.
I was to the point before I was in the rooms, I was to the point where I was looking in the mirror every morning at my eyes to see how yellow they were getting,
Wow. Yeah.
see how much time I had.
Same
And
thing.
I would feel my liver pain, and the only thing I could do to stop worrying about it was to drink to make it go away.
Yeah.
Same
And
thing.
so I would say I would watch videos of signs of cirrhosis so I could catch it, so I could drink it, so I could drink just in time
Oh
before I needed a liver transplant.
yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
And that's how sick I was. And that's why I was willing, the gift of desperation. If you said stand in the corner in your head, I would have stand on the corner in my head.
Amen.
Yep.
And that's why I can tell when people are ready. It's like, I wanted to just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do, I'll do it. Because what I've been doing does not work. And it hasn't worked for 25 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tell me what to do, I'll do it. And I did it reluctantly at first. But then after a while, it was more of excitement for me because I had something to do. I had a purpose, and besides drinking. And then every day, I actually lost count of my days yesterday for the first time. And I was like, wow, I have to check the app. That's kind of cool. I was counting seconds. I mean, you know, just, oh my, and my withdrawals, talk about horrible. I mean, waking up drenched in sweat, shaking. I had hallucinations, seizures, the whole nine. And most people's withdrawals lift around 5 days. I was texting Jann at 12 days. My liver still hurts. Should I go back to the doctor? So everyone's different. And so when they say, oh, beer and wine, beer and wine, I've known so many alcoholics that just drink beer or wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it does to you. It's not what you drink, it's what it does to you. Oh, Rosa, you have your hand up. Let me unmute you. Where does she go? Oh, there she is. Okay, Rosa. Rosa, are you there? You had your little hand up. Okay. Well, this is the end of the meeting. Thank you, guys.
Thank you again. Thank you for your service, Sarah. Excellent. Thank you, everyone.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, you asked me something too in the chat. I wanted to talk to you about it really quick. You said you were sorry about something and everything. I was like, this the best thing that happened to me was this.
Oh, thank you.
What happened with me? Because I mean, it was no question a godsend what happened with me. I've been for years. I've been trying to get myself into Haymarket or Hazelden, and I either didn't have the insurance, or I literally didn't have the time because I was too busy trying to pay my rent. All of a sudden, I found myself in a situation where I had a job. They didn't mind me being home, being out sick. They didn't even know anything else. I think they suspected, but they were that gracious. I didn't have to worry about my bills. All I had to do was go in and get well.
Mhm.
And the woman took me back when I told her I was sick, and she knew what it was too. She dealt with it. She's dealing with a really ugly, messy divorce now from her husband, who is a wreck. He was an alcoholic and cocaine using wreck. And that was one of the things that got her out of that. And then this pops up because I had not been ready to tell her. And I mean, everything just was the best thing. The only thing that I can think of was only one problem that happened, but that's going to be a blessing that occurs. I know that already. It was really, you know, my higher power just put something in my way after I've been trying to get it for so many years. And here it happens. And I'm just really, really desperate to stay on it. I mean, I have not been working my steps. I've been really missing being here completely.
Well,
I
you
have
know,
not been working my steps.
Jann always recommends if you can't make this meeting, there's an international 24/7 meeting.
The marathon.
That's it, JT.
Just do keyword marathon. I'm on that all the time. It's pretty good. It's not nearly as good as this. It's but it's 24 hours a day. That's it. It's yeah.
Well,
So I
thank you.
just check the website for online meetings and just say AA Marathon or something like that.
There's 3 will come up, and it's not the Australian one. It's some 24-hour international marathon. I can.
Okay.
London, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I can find it in like a second. No.
Okay. I've got something to write it with. If you can find it in a second, I can get something to write with now. I bet I know what it is too. I just haven't seen it.
All right. This should be here, Sarah. I'm posting it in the chat.
Okay.
So 24-hour international marathon. I probably misspelled marathon.
It's all right.
Yeah. 24, because I log on a lot at like 1 o'clock lunchtime in Luxembourg. So I'm 6 hours ahead of New York. And there'll be people calling in from California at 3 in the morning. I mean, you get everybody calling in there. It's truly international. I mean, you got England, and America mostly, Europe.
And it's not one
Australia.
of those, it's not a weirdo meeting, okay? I've gone on some I've gone on some midnight, literally midnights in the name, and these creeps are coming out the woodwork. And I'm like,
Yeah.
security.
So
Yeah.
This 24-hour meeting that he recommends is ran well.
Yes.
Absolutely. There's very strong sobriety. But I mean, it's an AA meeting. So you're going to get a crazy guy with one day talking about his cat or whatever.
Yeah.
His cat, he's going to kill his cat. It's not just his cat, he's going to kill his cat. But then you've got really good sobriety. It's really good meeting.
Yeah.
To Kelly.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys.
Sarah, thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, JT.
Have a good
Dennis,
Very glad I
everybody.
got back.
Yeah,
All right,
Jason.
bye-bye.
Hi, Richard. Glad to see you, Rich.
Welcome.
Okay.
You too, man. You too.
everyone-
Jeff, I think I still have your number actually.
Okay.